Hey everyone, Mr. Montgomery again, and today we have finished Unit 8. Let's cheer. Yes, finished Unit 8. Woo, woo, woo. I know you guys can't see me, but I'm throwing my arms up in excitement that we finished Unit 8. I know it was, for some of us it was a little tough. Some of us maybe thought it was a little fun. But I'm always excited when we get to the end of a unit. And so today we're just going to review. Okay, we're just going to double check over everything we've learned and make sure that we remember everything and that we know how to complete every problem. Okay, that's all we're going to do today. And I'm going to, of course, show you guys how to do it, and then you're going to do it on your own. All right, that's all we're doing. So make sure you are on page 355. I'm going to zoom in down here really close. Zoom. Oh, there we go. 355 is the page number. So if you're not there, if you're not on that page, do me a favor, hit that spacebar, pause the video, get to that page, and then hit play. All right? But if you're already on that page, we're going to keep going. Ooh, got to scroll over, scroll over, scroll over. Come on, mouse pad. Too much. Okay. So we're going to start with set A at the very top. And what they are having us do is they are having us make groups of 10 and then writing what big number it is and how many 10s and 1s there are. So for this first one, they counted to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Once they reach 10, they stop and they circle. And then they did the same thing over here. They counted to 10, stop, and then they circled the ones that they count. Now, if you guys remember what I told you I like to do, because it helps me from making mistakes, because I used to make the most mistakes in math. I would always make tons and tons of mistakes. So I came up with these little tricks. So every time I count 10, I make little dots on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I reached 10, and now I'm going to circle all the ones I poked. Alright. And then we see that there's only 4 left, so we don't have enough for another group of 10. And now we're going to see how many we have. Well, we can count the 10s by 10s, right? 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. So we have a total of 34 cubes. Okay, and then they want us to know how many groups of 10. How many groups of 10 did we circle? Well, we have 1, 2, and 3. So that's where they got this 3 from. Okay. And how many 1s left over, which means how many 1s are out here on their own, not circled in a group of 10. Well, we can count them really easy. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's where they got this 4 from. See, easy peasy, guys. You totally got this. So I'll tell you what. Go ahead and try number 1 all on your own. And then we'll go over it. And then number 2, after that, you'll do completely on your own. And I'm just going to see how you do at the very end. All right, so I'll give you guys a little bit of time to do number 1. Remember, the total goes in the first space. And then the second space is your groups of 10. And then the last one are the 1s. Okay, so if you're still working, pause the video, hit the space bar. If not, we're going to just go over this one together. Okay, so let's see here. So we're going to make groups of 10 first. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I stop. I made groups, one group of 10. I'm going to circle all the ones that I just pointed at, each one that I tapped. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to tap each one as I count and count all the way to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I stop and I circle. Now, if you guys notice, they're making rows of 5. So 2 rows of 5 makes a set of 10. So if you know that they have a row of 5, you just circle 2 rows every time. And I see that there's only 1 row left of 5, so I can't make another 10. So let's see what number we made. 10, 20. Now I'm going to finish counting on by ones. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So our big number is 25. How many 10s do I have in 25? Well, I'll look at that first number in the tens place. And there's a 2. So I have 2 10s. Or I can look at how many groups I circled. There's 1, 2. Right? Same answer. And then how many ones are left over? Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 ones. And you can also look at the ones place, since we already counted it. And look, the ones place has a 5. We counted 5 cubes, the one place has a 5, and we have 5 right there. Okay, so I'll give you guys a little bit of time. Do number 2 all on your own. And for this one, I'm just going to see your answer at the end when mom or dad send me a picture of it. All right, now if you're still working on number 2, pause the video, take your time, finish it. If you're all done, we're going to keep on scrolling. We're going to move on down to the next section. So it's section B. All right. And so you guys will see at the top here, it says set B, or it's actually more like the middle of your page. So I'm just going to go over this little practice one that they did, just to refresh our memories. And then you're going to do number 3 all on your own. All right, all on your own. So let's see what they did. Well, what they did was they counted all the 10s. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 10s, and they wrote the number down on the other chart. So we had 4 10s. Then they just counted the ones. 1, 2, 3. And that's where they got this 3 from. There's 3 ones cubes, so there's 3 ones. There was 4 10 towers, so there's 4 10s. And then they just want us to fill in these spaces here. So the first one is for the 10s. How many 10s towers did we just count? And if you're not sure, you can look at what we wrote over here. Remember, we counted and we wrote it down over here. That's 4. And then how many ones? Well, we counted them and we wrote that number over here, right where it says ones, and it's 3. And then when we smush these numbers together, what big number do we get? We get 43. Because we have a 4 in the 10s, we have a 3 in the 1s. You can even count on and check your work. So I can count these towers. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. Either way, you will get the same answer. I promise you. I promise you. All right, so here's what I want you guys to do for number 3. We are going to do the, I'm going to have you do just this chart first, and we'll go over it. And then you're going to write in this bottom part all on your own, okay? So I'll give you guys a few seconds to count the 10s, write them over here, and then count the 1s, and then write those over here. Okay, just like we did for this example problem. All right, so if you're still working, of course, as always, pause the video and then play when you're ready. So let's go over this together. Let's see how many tens towers. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So write a 5 in the tens. Then how many ones cubes? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So write 4 in the ones. Now on your own, I want you to write down how many tens we just counted, how many ones, and then if you smush them together, what big number do they make? That is all on your own, guys, okay? Now this one, I'm going to check this bottom part when mom or dad send me a picture of your work. All right, so if you're still working, of course, pause the video again, take your time. If you're all done, we're going to turn to the next page, which is going to be page 356. All right, so here's our next page, 356, just like I was saying, 356, just the next page over, that's all. So let's look at set C at the top. So, oh, man, zoomed in out of nowhere. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, so for set C, it says you can draw a model to show tens and ones. So they had the number 36. What is in the tens place? We have a 3. Oh, it's not a very pretty box. But we have a 3. You can see right here in the tens place, right? That's where they got. So, of course, there are 3 tens. And then how many ones? Well, we have that ones number right here on the other side. 6. So we have 3 tens and 6 ones, and we can draw that by using those 10 sticks we were talking about. We can actually go ahead and trace over these. So of course we're going to draw 3 10 sticks for our tens place because there's 3 tens, right? And then we are going to make 6 circles for our ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right? And then that's all there is to it. So instead of using like connecting cube towers, we're just drawing little sticks for our tens. That's it. And we're doing that because it's a lot quicker than drawing those, rectangles and cubes and stuff. All right, so we're going to look at number 4 here. It says there are blank tens and blank ones in 78. So the first thing you're going to do is look at the number 78, write down how many tens in the first blank, then how many ones in the second blank. So I'll give you a quick second to do that. Okay. And now we are going to draw a picture now. Of course, if you're still working, still thinking about it, pause the video as always. But how would you guys make a picture for the number 78? How many 10 sticks and how many 1 circles would you make? You know what? I'm going to give you guys a couple more seconds to draw that picture. Go ahead and draw that picture over here in this box for the number 78. All right, I think that might have been enough time. If you're still working, of course, pause the video. let's go over how we could draw this. And then how our picture is going to look is going to let you be able to confirm, or I should say check. Right? Confirm is more of like it's a big kid word. Sorry about that. So it'll allow you to check your answers for the top parts. Okay? So, of course, for the number 78, how many 10 sticks do we need to draw? Well, our first number is a 7, so we draw 7 sticks. 1, 2, 3. Oh goodness. Sorry about that. 4, 5, 6, and 7. It does not have to be perfect. And next, how many ones circles do we need to make for 78? Well, we already made our 7 tens, so we need 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right? Pretty straightforward. I feel like you guys have been doing really good with this. Okay, and last. Now, I don't want to go too crazy with this part because this is probably the toughest part of the whole unit. And so I'm not going to touch you guys too much on this because this is pretty intense stuff here, making a chart. So for 54, we have, of course, 5 tens and how many ones? 4. Right? We have 4 ones. Next, if we were to have 1 less than our tens, right? We could have 4 tens, and we would take one of those tens, break it up into pieces, and put it in our ones. So we would have a 10 in our ones, and then we have that 4. Remember? Don't forget about the pattern that happens here. There's always a pattern. The tens get smaller by 1, but the ones can get bigger in the tens place. Because this 4 will never change. It's never going to change. Okay? So go ahead and try this next one on your own. Okay? What will go underneath the 4? And what will come next after the 14? Alright, I think that might be enough time. If not, of course, pause the video as always. So next, 1 less than 4 is 3, so we could take another 10 away, and we'd have 3 tens left. But that means we're giving 10, like 10 of these 1 circles that we drew up here, right? We're going to be giving them over to the ones side of the chart. So that means we have to make this tens place right here bigger by 1. So we could have 5 tens and 4 ones to make. Remember, no matter what, we are making number 54. Right? And then 4 tens and 14 ones still makes number 54. So if we take away 10, we have to make sure we crumble it up into pieces, bring it over here, which means we would have 24 ones. And that would still make 54. There is a pattern. If you see the pattern, this can be very, very simple. Okay. So now that I did these first 3 with you, I want you to do the rest of the chart on your own. Okay? Try doing it on your own. Do the best you can. Okay, so of course, guys, if you're not done, pause the video. If you are, I'm going to show you where your next part of the assignment is. This is your independent assignment. Are you ready? All right, let's go check it out. All right, here we are. We're on our Google Classroom page, right? Our man in the blue box. Click on classwork next, just like we always do. And your assignment is right here. It says Unit 8 Review. All right. And there are about 6 or 7 questions here on the SAVVAS site. And then that'll help me see that you really understand the material that I'm going to be quizzing you guys on. All right. And then as soon as you've done that, you can go ahead on Pink Cat Games and play whatever you like. All right. So I hope that this video helped. I know you guys are going to do great. You guys have been doing great all week. Keep up the really hard work, and I'll talk to you later. All right? See you soon.